If you like to paint something simple in watercolor this summer, maybe consider a seashell that you pick up from the beach. In this painting, I use only 3 pigments: orange hue, permanent rose, and indigo. I love to work with wet on wet technique, where I can mix my pigment on the paper instead of on the palette. I wet the paper with clear water and then I apply orange hue and now permanent rose. With orange hue and permanent rose, it's mixed together on the paper, create a vibrant orange, following the shape of the seashell. And then I use lifting technique with my clean damp brush, creating highlight for the seashell. Following the shape of the subject is very important, not only when you paint with pigment, but also when you lift up the pigment. I also add a bit of indigo to my permanent rose so that it could create purplish color to match with the real seashell. While the paper is still damp, I add orangey pigment that I mix between permanent rose and orange hue. Follow up by another purple, a mix between indigo and permanent rose at the edge of the seashell. I try to make sure that each brushstroke follow the shape of the seashell. Because I'm painting the size of 1:1, that means the real size of the subject. Therefore, at this small scale, I could not fit in too much detail, so I have to pick out which detail is important to include in my painting. I have pre-wet this area with clear water and then I add permanent rose, indigo and orange hue. Again wetting over here with clear water and then apply the pigment. While this area is still wet, I mix my orangey sandy color and I use splashing technique to create sand texture. The reason why I do not want to create the sand texture with wet on dry technique because I want the viewer's eye to focus on the shelf instead of on the sand.